Well, hello, Andy Basis coming at you once again. This time, pedalboard stuff, like reworking it. I've got some new pedals that have come in, some stuff that I want to move onto my second board. It's another board exactly this size, which I'm going to use for other projects and just other stuff that I don't need all this craziness for. Some people would say that I don't need all this. I'm going to apologise for the camera audio. I'm just going to show you, just sort of kind of keep it recording, so you'll see me sort of messing around. Nothing wrong with the gig rig power supply that I've got at the minute. That's going to go onto my second board. I just wanted to try out another power supply, and I thought that the Strymon Ojai looked pretty kick-ass. Would love a zoomer. Shout out to Strymon when they're released. But at the minute, I'm going to try actually using one of the gig rig adapters to keep my Origin Cali 76 at 18 volts. We'll see how that works out. I've asked the gig rig guys, to be fair to them, and I wouldn't expect them to. They say they can't guarantee that it'll work. I can't see it doing any damage to my pedal. It's just basically supplying the same, or like a 500 millivolts or milliamp, sorry, supply to the doubler basically, which is the gig rig adapter. So hopefully that's not really going to be seen as any different to coming out of the distributor. Obviously it does mean that I can lose adapters for my Moog and obviously the timeline. The timeline's actually going off the board because I feel I'm not using it enough, so I'm actually selling it. I've got an idea for what I'm going to replace it with. I'm not going to shout about it now. Some people out there in the interwebs probably know. I know one guy knows. It's a similar size thing that I'm going to replace it with, but it's a bit more straightforward. Not so many settings and switches. It's an awesome thing. It sounds amazing. I'm just not using it. So first, I'm going to start stripping off everything. Probably sort of taking all the old power supply stuff off, and then working out how to put all the new stuff in, where I'm going to put it so that I can still get stuff. Because obviously there is more stuff underneath the board. I don't know if you can actually see. Some of the stuff isn't actually fixed. Probably can't even see that. It's a bit of a mess. Let's see if you can... Yeah, you can't really see it. I've got the Time Lord, some of the isolators, the doubler for my Cali down here. This is the generator from Gig Rig. Always got this Stumpinator under here. That's probably going to stay in exactly the same spot and not move. Obviously I've got my adapter for polarity for the Moog. But hopefully it should be a lot cleaner. There'll just be two bright shiny blue boxes. It's a total waste for them to be under the board because they're just really amazing looking. But yeah, and obviously this, my COD Custom, this is going to move to my other board, or I might get a smaller pedal train and just put this on it with a tuner and maybe like a boost, or may try and get another Cali 76, maybe a different version. I don't know, yeah, the bass version's bass specific, but why not? Because it's got the octave from my T70, and I've got enough Fuzzrocious drives that I can just slap on there. But I'm not going to do the second board today. That'll be in another video way down the line. So yeah, let's start stripping things off. Love this thing. It's sick. Tom, do not be worried. This is going to be on my other board. No one even try and message me wanting this because it's not going anywhere. So there's the board all cleaned, apart from, like I said, the micro thumpinator under the board. Kind of like it in that position, easy to plug and drop. We might move it, I don't know. Okay, so we're all on. I was going to record doing all the plumbing. It got tedious, so I just didn't bother. Okay, so basically what we've got is actually, I've ended up with sort of a combination. It's still all fed by one plug, but what I've used is a couple of the gig rig adapters as well. So we've got the Ojai, obviously 5 outputs a piece. I've got doing the Moog, the Helio, the T70 and the 2 cicadas, that's on one. Okay, so then what we've got on the second Ojai is I've got the cattail, the Zool and the feed me. Straight out the output, straight in. Then I've gone into a doubler from the Ojai from gig rig to give this bad boy 18 volts. And then I've gone out of the Ojai into an isolator from gig rig and then split that to supply 3 things, which is the Demon, my tuner, and underneath I've got the thumpinator, which I can see the little light on the side is alive. Basically that isolator can feed, it puts out, each output has 100 milliamps I believe, which those 3 pedals are way less than, so it's not a problem, because they're all analog, and it seemed better to me than trying to sort of daisy chain it and have the risk. If anything, putting that isolators in, isolate it again, and I think the Ojais have got double isolation anyway. It also, like I say, it all seems to be working at the moment, so I'm going to turn on my amp, plug it in, see how this bad boy sounds. Obviously there is a really big gap here, and that's for, well, to be confirmed, but hopefully that's going to be a Boss ESA, which will allow me to do really cool parallel things with supplies. Yeah, we'll see. Really want to get a hold of one. Got to sell a few things first though. So yeah, let's get it plugged in, and then we'll get back. We'll come back with some tones. Okay, so we are all on and working. Few teething issues. I had a bad cable. My bad, not Planet Waves. Should say it's all wired up with Planet Wave solderless. Kit, awesome, really quick. It was just an old one that had been mistreated by myself. So signal chain wise, all going to change once I get the ES8. Obviously go in here. So it's just sort of a temporary fix thing. I might even put some more pedals in here, I don't really know. Maybe spread them out a little bit, we'll see. So we're going to go into the T70, out of the send. I go Helio, which is a custom from Ryan at Fuzzerocious. Then we go down into Cicada number 1, which is ironically version 2. Then into Cicada number 2, which is version 1. The only difference is that there's 3 voicings on the Cicada version 2. It's a wicked pedal, definitely. Well, I would say check it out, but they're not really making it anymore. But they have a new pedal coming out, which is very cool. Then we go from the second one of these up into my Moog. Then from the Moog into the custom cattail which has a Kaden drive in it as well. There's a video on my there's a video on my YouTube about that. Then from here we go back into the return of the T70. Now basically doing it like this, what I've got it set up for, I'll pan a camera across so you can see all of my settings, is I'm actually using channel A of the T70, kicking in with the loop and the clean on max and the octave up sort of around about 12 o'clock. Basically it's like a clean blend but with octave up on it, which is it's really subtle octave up, but it's there nonetheless. So I can either have that on with all my pedals or just have the pedals sort of not getting a clean blend. There are some clean blends built into some of the pedals, just the Moogs and the cattail. Out from here we go into the Zool, then from the Zool we go Origin Effects, Feed Me, Demon, Tuner, out. Pretty simple. Got a mic'd up cab. We're going to do some sound simples, and then it'll be the end of bad quality camera mic. So yeah, enjoy the sound samples. There'll be a proper demo of this bad boy very soon. So enjoy.